Oh, hello, Manga Matt here with another manga review for you. This one is Genkaku Picasso by Usamaru Furuya. Now, as of the last couple of years, a lot more Furuya's stuff has been getting published over here in America. Specifically, Lychee Light Club, and his 3-volume adaptation of the novel, No Longer Human. Now, what's interesting with Genkaku Picasso is that it's a definite shift as far as tone and subject matter than his other works. Mostly in the fact that this premiered in Shonen Jump SQ, which I'm not sure exactly what that imprint entitles other than that it's related to Shonen Jump, but that it's aimed at younger audiences than his other works that frankly are a bit disturbing in their stories and what exactly goes on in the stories as far as graphic content. So it's interesting to think that this is sort of the oddball out of the group, but also the fact that altogether with all 3 volumes, that this is also the longest of the works that he's written for. So let's take a look and see whether Genkaku Picasso is an interesting diversion from his norm, or if it was a misstep in his judgment and he should have just stuck to his guns.
There's something beating here inside my body and it's called a heart. You know how easy it is to tear it apart. If I lend it to you, will you keep it safe from me? I'll lend it to you if you treat it tenderly. There's something beating here inside my body and it's called a heart.
Genkaku Picasso is a manga series focusing on a high schooler named Hikari Haruma. His classmates call him Picasso, though, because it's explained that Hikari can easily be read as Hikasso, and from there, Hikasso becomes Picasso because of his love to draw during class and, well, any other time as well. This habit of drawing is what has led to his isolation and alienation from his peers. The only person that talks to him is Chiaki, a very bright and chipper girl that thinks Picasso is fun and interesting. Picasso started his own after-school club where he mostly sits by the riverbank and draws quietly while Chiaki, the other member, sits and reads psychology books. She then tells him that there are some things, like what's inside your heart, that are the greatest aspirations of an artist to draw. Picasso blows off what she's saying and goes back to sketching, but then Chiaki slips a paper in his vest pocket telling him that it's a picture of what's inside her heart. Picasso doesn't have the time to figure out what she means when suddenly a helicopter crashes right on them. Picasso then wakes up in a hospital. He discovers that he has miraculously survived the accident with only a few scratches. Unfortunately, Chiaki was killed. Following a reception and funeral, Picasso returns to school still shook up about everything that's happened. It's then that he remembers the note she slipped him. He reaches in his pocket and pulls out a little Chiaki with angel wings. Chiaki explains to Picasso that right before she died, she prayed to the gods that Picasso be spared. They would grant her request on the condition that he help people. Therefore, Chiaki now appears at Picasso's side to help him with his classmates, or otherwise his body will begin to rot and he'll eventually die. Picasso then discovers that he now has new abilities, including sensing the dark aura of people burdened with problems, and an uncontrollable need to draw a picture of what's inside the heart of the person he's looking at. He is then able to enter the painting with Chiaki in tow and interact with the person's subconscious to help them work through their issues. This idea is sort of like that music video, Take On Me. It's also kind of like Inception because Picasso and Chiaki can sometimes interact with the person's subconscious avatar and not have them recognize Chiaki or Picasso from the real world. Throughout the story, Picasso slowly helps student after student, changing their outlook and making them feel better about themselves. Picasso also starts earning friends as he continues on his caricature crusade.